Hey all, it is Sunday after a long night of rain, and it's pretty nice out right now. So this week we're going to take a closer look at the ISTE standards. And in the video to the right of this, I'm using a video that somebody clearly created for like a capstone type portfolio. You can tell she's just not like a super video maker, but she does a great job of making a video, and it explains all kinds of things about the ISTE standards, and it's just a great example of somebody who kind of seems new to making videos, using video as a way to express something. And I think that's really a valuable thing to be able to do today. I know that I kind of challenged y'all the second week of class to begin looking at videos and making videos. I think YouTube or tools like that are very valuable. So this week you do not have to make a video, although why not? What I'd like to do, the reading this week is literally just the ISTE standards. When I look at all the work that you've done in this class, it's amazing how many of those ISTE standards are covered in some way by the work that you've done. And I think that part of what I would like to see all of you be able to do is, address those standards in the work that you do with the communities you work in. To that end, I would say that one of the biggest challenges in my job working with faculty is often just their anxiety around technology. And I think that having a kind of a willingness to explore is really something that's valuable these days in technology and of course learning in general, right? Reaching out and seeing what you're capable of doing and being. All of you are learning, I think, an amazing, valuable skill in that you're creating things on the web. Being somebody who feels like they can control what others see on the internet, given how much time we spend on it, I think that's a really valuable thing to be able to share. So I'm going to create a short little video that kind of looks at those standards here at the end of this video, but I just wanted to say hello and happy Sunday or Monday, wherever you find this video. Let's see what else. Oh, I know. Boy, did I ever discover another cool thing in Canva. So many tools these days do so many things they weren't originally intended to do. Canva's no different. It started out as a very simple online editing software, and now it does all kinds of stuff. So at the bottom of this page is something I made. I'm not real happy with, like, you can't see the whole thing, and for some reason I can't seem to make it taller, so it has a little bit of a scroll. You'll see what I mean when you look at it. But anyway, I made something using Canva addressing the ISTE standards, and see what you think about that. Anyway, here we are, week 8, unbelievable. This week, like I said, we're going to look at the ISTE standards. Let's try and make sure your portfolio is getting near what you feel like you can accomplish during this class, and then let's make sure your teaching philosophy is also, oh my god, my nose is running. Now what am I going to do? I've made this long video and my nose is running. See, this is one of those great moments where you wonder about making videos and how you look. It's cold out. I'm just going to let my nose is just fine. All right. On to like the ISTE standards here, and maybe how we are doing them in this class and how you can continue to address some of them in the work that you do with others. Before we look at the standards, I wanted to just take a look at what Co has done with his Google site here and your presentations. One, it's just really cool to see all of you like in one place here. But, Co's come a long way here in the Google Sites, and this is just such a lovely way to present your information, the work you've done for this class or for the master's program. Videos, PowerPoints, words, just the design, some text. He's just done a really nice job of creating this space for all of you. And I hope that you see the kind of the value of being able to control some of these spaces maybe a little more than you were. So if you'll recall, the ISTE standards have been around for a long time. They seem like mostly dedicated towards K-12 folks, but over the last 10, 15 years, it's a pretty broad spectrum, and they're all really good ideas. In our class, there's a page, obviously, you've seen with ISTE standards. And when I look at these and I think about just the nature of this course, we are doing a lot of these items. But you yourselves have been involved in many of these things over the years, especially where learning is concerned. You're learning new ideas or learning about new tools and how they might be applied in your workspace or in school. And so for this week, I just want you to highlight and comment on some of the things that you feel like are working for you or that you've already done, and maybe some things that you would like to pursue in the future. The link for this is actually another Google Doc or a Google Doc like the other readings we've done. But please just take some time to look at them, read them over, think about what it would mean to be this way, and make a comment on a couple of them as far as something that you feel like you already do well, maybe an example of why, and then, something you would like to do in the future. And this is going to be our reading for the week. And that is going to be week 8.